And this Walmart employee, for some reason, she just wanted me to meet in the back rooms of Walmart, which I didn't even know was a thing until I actually walked in there and realized what she was talking about. But let's just say her hands ended up grabbing the wrong places. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to another crazy but super embarrassing story. Now, this story all takes place in my graduating year of high school. Now, high school was a crazy year for me, or I guess all 4 years of high school were insane because I was the type of person that would do the most insane things. But one thing I really focused on during high school was aura farming. Now, if you guys don't know what aura farming is, basically it's when you start spitting Riz and basically walking around as if you own the place anywhere you go. I guess you could say I became a professional at that. You know what I'm saying?
Treat me like what is. Don't get me dirty.
Aura, baby, aura. Honestly, things got really weird though as I started learning how to aura farm because I would start getting approached in the most oddest and weirdest ways. Like, for example, one time I was just walking down the street and this girl that had a bicycle ended up running into a pole, and then she kept looking at me for some reason as she was driving into that pole. But as I turned and make sure that she was okay, she just looks at me and says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know where I was going. Have a good day." Okay, is what I told her. But let's just say she ended up turning around after and saying to me, before I go though, do you have like Instagram? Yeah, sure, is what I told her, and I ended up getting her Instagram. I don't really know. If you guys don't believe me, follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of girls that follow me. But going on with the story, it gets really weird though, because I remember one day specifically, I was at school, and as I was at school chilling and just, you know, basically hanging out with some of the boys, one of the guys ended up looking at me and saying, "Yo, bro, you gotta watch this video. This is hilarious." And he ended up showing me a video of basically people pulling pranks at Walmart. Now, I don't know how long you guys have been watching YouTube for, but let's just say doing pranks at Walmart or Target or even just general public places was a super big trend. No joke, I think the amount of people that got banned and kicked out of Walmart was a majority amount of people. But I remember when my buddy was showing me these videos and saying, "Bro, these are hilarious. Like, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe he did that at Walmart." I started to kind of get curious and thought, what if we did those types of videos? Now, I will say I'm not the best prankster ever, okay? I can't even pull a prank on my own father, okay? But the one thing is for sure, me and my friends always had the dreams of becoming content creators online and becoming famous. I think you guys also have the same dream. Comment down below if you guys want to be a YouTuber one day. But I remember as I'm sitting down, we're all enjoying these videos, one of my buddies says to me right after, "We should go to Walmart after school. It's literally just down the street." Wait, you want to pull a prank at our local Walmart? Is what I asked him, and he ended up saying, "Hell yeah, dude, of course we should. Why not? It's gonna be awesome." But what if we get kicked out? Dude, what's the worst that we can do? Just, you know, move some things around, play ball. I don't know, just someone has to film it and we just do some fun stuff at Walmart. Honestly, all my friends ended up agreeing, and me, since I basically followed them like sheep, I ended up following along with them, which is not a good thing, by the way. And don't just fall under peer pressure because your friends did it. You're not supposed to follow your friends into the wrong places. Seriously, I'm not joking. Don't do it. So as the school day went on, people started hearing that we were gonna pull pranks at Walmart, and even one of my buddies ended up ditching class just to go pick up his camera that he had at home. We wanted to make this look as cool and as professional as possible, which, to be honest, I don't really think it was, because we were just a bunch of kids with backpacks on, and honestly, the camera he ended up bringing was some like really old camera that his dad had from film class back when he was in high school. But it worked either way. And when after school finally came around, we all ended up getting inside my car and we drove over to our Walmart. Even though it was literally a 5-minute walk, we drove there anyway just to make sure we had an escape plan. From there, when we got to Walmart, I remember my buddy ended up saying to my other friend, "Yo, bro, pull out the camera. We gotta start recording right away." And then right as we enter inside, he started to do an intro. Now, an intro for a video is honestly really weird and really awkward to do, especially in public. So when I saw him going, "Yo, what's up, YouTube? All right, guys, we're gonna do pulling a prank at Walmart." And I'm just standing behind him, kind of like super awkward. But then this is where things got bad, because I remember this manager ends up walking towards us saying, "Excuse me, guys, what are you guys doing?" "Well, I mean, like, we're just chilling, but like, we're not actually gonna pull any pranks." "Was I supposed to record that?" says the guy with the camera. Like, bro, really? You're already ruining the video in the first 2 seconds, was what I thought back then. But this Walmart employee ended up telling us, "Okay, guys, we've already had enough troubles, and we've heard from other Walmarts that people are filming videos. We understand it's a trend, but you guys cannot do this." I remember my buddy, for some reason, he always just liked starting, like, you know, more arguments, and he thought since this was being filmed, he could gain a cool reputation from it. So he started arguing with the Walmart employee. No joke. He's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do about it, huh? This is a public space. I can film whatever I want. want? This is my job. Dude, this is our first day of filming, is what I thought as well. And honestly, what this guy was saying was making things really twisted. I remember a huge argument started to break out, and one thing led to another. Security ended up coming in and actually escorting all of us out of there. Yeah, we ended up actually not being allowed to enter the Walmart for the rest of the day, which really sucked, but I mean, it was what it is, and I understood their point of view. So from there, we all ended up getting back inside my car. I dropped off everyone home, and I went back home myself. But right as I got home, I remember I ended up seeing my mom in the kitchen, and she was stressing out. I don't really know why, but she was stressing out, and she looked over at me when I came in through the door and said, "Oh, Baba, we need to go shopping." "Oh, right now? I just got home." "Yes, Baba, I need milk and I need a lot of groceries, and I haven't done grocery shopping in a while." "Oh, okay. Do you want to go to Save on Foods?" "What? No, let's just go to the Walmart. It's close by." And this is where things get really mixed up. So knowing my mom really wanted to go to Walmart really stressed me out. I didn't know how to answer her, nor did I know if I should actually end up taking her to Walmart because I didn't want to get in serious trouble. But at the same time, I couldn't tell my mom no because I didn't want her finding out that I was trying to pull pranks at Walmart with all my friends. So I ended up just taking her. And this is where everything gets messed up. Because I remember when I drove to Walmart, I'm just sweating and panicking and freaking out. And my mom looks at me and she's like, "I've never seen you nervous while driving. Are you okay?" Yeah, Mom. Yeah, it's no issue." "Okay, then park the car. You're just standing in the middle of the parking lot." "Oh, right." And I ended up parking my car that I had back then when I was younger. And I ended up saying to my mom, "Mom, I'm just gonna sit in the car, okay?" "What are you saying, Baba? Get out of the car. I need your help with the groceries. Why are you doing this?" "Oh, I'm just kidding, Mom. Never mind. I'm coming." And I ended up basically getting out of my car and helping my mom grocery shop. I remember when I walked into the Walmart with her, everything seemed normal because I was with my mom. At first, though. Because once we walk down one aisle, and the first aisle we go down is the cereal aisle. And I didn't know we needed cereal, but apparently my mom was asking me what cereal did I like. And once I spoke, saying to my mom, "Oh, anything's good, I guess." Right away, the Walmart employee ends up turning the corner, and she sees me and notices me and remembers me and looks at me eye to eye. I remember as she started walking towards my direction, and I started to panic. So what I ended up doing was I ended up pointing at my mom. I literally kind of did this where I'm like, "That's my mom." You know what I mean? I kind of mouthed it out as well, just so this Walmart employee would not think of anything and basically embarrass me in front of my own mother. Luckily, this Walmart employee actually understood, but then afterwards, she told me to come with her. Since my mom had her back turned behind her, I remember I ended up looking at my mom and I said, "Mom, I gotta go to the bathroom." "Okay, be quick. And also, what cereal?" Just get Lucky Charms." "Okay, I'll see you." And I ended up heading around to the other aisle where the Walmart employee was. Now, this Walmart employee, I should probably describe her real quick because it makes sense what happens next, because this Walmart employee was a manager, but also she was super young. She was I want to say at 20, 21-ish, and she was really attractive. She had brunette hair, and on top of that, she had this really cute smile, and she, like I said before, she was just super attractive. So at that point, I remember I ended up looking at her, and I told her, "Hey, listen, I know what happened earlier, but I promise you I wasn't going to do anything, and I'm not filming with those guys, and I'm here with my mom. Give me one good reason not to tell your mother what you were planning on doing earlier." "Because I'm here with my mom, and that's embarrassing." "Here, you know what? I think you're gonna have to follow me." When she said to follow her, I was really confused and super nervous. I didn't know why she wanted me to follow her, but I ended up following her towards this weird entrance that they had, and it was on a side corridor of the building. And before we went through those doors, I got super nervous. I looked at her and I'm like, what does this lead to?" "Oh, this is just the back rooms of Walmart. You'll be fine." "Back rooms of Walmart? You guys have that here?" "Yeah, it's basically where we just, walk around to get to different parts of the stores faster." In a way, I guess what she was trying to explain to me was that it was basically secret passageways. Gosh, I'm really bad at English. But sorry, going on with the story. So I ended up walking in there with her, and me and her, we ended up going into the security room where there were cameras. And she made me sit down on one of the seats, and I could see literally every part of the store on these security cameras. And she talks to me and she says, "Okay, Baba, so your mom's right there," as she points out to my mother in the security camera. And she looked at me and she's like, "Give me one good reason why not to tell her." I thought I already told you. I wasn't gonna pull anything, and I'm here with my mom." "Yeah, but she should know what you're doing. Posting online about these, dumb things is not appropriate." Which, I'm not gonna lie, I find that really funny since what I post now is just as bad, I guess, kinda. I don't really know. Would you guys want to see me do Walmart pranks? Never mind. We're not in 2015 anymore. But going on, I remember I kept basically begging her and telling her to chill out. You know what I mean? Don't do this. There's no point. I kept going on and on, but then afterwards, she ended up pulling up a rolling chair and sat right next to me. And she said, "Well, I mean, you are cute." Thanks. And I don't know, something about you that makes me feel really excited." "Okay, that's cool. So, you're gonna let me go?" "Oh, I mean, well, you have to do something for me. Sure, what? Here, follow me. I remember this girl ends up taking my wrist and dragging me to another room in the Walmart back rooms. And she takes me to this room where, no joke, it was like a change room. I ended up sitting on this bench that was there, and she ended up opening her locker, and she pulled out a rubber. Now, I'm not gonna say what it is, and, you know, editor, don't put any images of this, by the way, but basically, a rubber is thing that is important. But going on, I remember from there when she pulled out this rubber, I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, so this will make it up for me if you want. Yeah, sure. And at that moment, me and this girl, we ended up basically doing the devil's tango. And we did this just to make sure I didn't pull any pranks. I guess in a way I pulled the biggest prank of all, and that was doing the Walmart employee, but I've done crazier. But if you guys want to hear many other crazy stories I've done, click on one of the videos on screen right now and follow for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.